peddler, could get my drive on. I ain't drive like, line drive like LeBron. They ain't gotta ask us what the fuck he on. Spirit be infinity, beyond, and I'm with that, Rihanna. Some say this my summer. Some say a lot won't complain. We don't play a lot any given day. I be on the yacht, so family. We be going out, she Beyonce. She Rihanna, yeah, I'ma demonstrate. I'ma write the plot, I'm a renegade. I don't give a lot, I'm a renegade. I don't give a... Yeah. Can't take it literal poetry like this, but a box of chocolate. Mommy wants you to go to get your doctorate. Daddy wasn't home cause he was incarcerate by the same system that dealt him, paid him, and never felt him. That's why he got no plan now. That's why he ain't got no land now. Some say a lot won't complain. We don't play a lot any given day. I be on a yacht, so family. We be going out, she Beyonce. She Rihanna, yeah, I'ma demonstrate. I'ma write the plot, I'm a renegade. I don't give a lot, I'm a renegade. I don't They won't be bragging on the third dimension. They names and titles, but we gon' do some business. They already know I never sell my soul. Unless it's to my promised land, man, I'm just being honest, man, I can't even do it. Unless it's on my turn. You shake my hand, I'm shaking yours. And that's just through my life, a lesson learned. Look how this shit that pan down, yeah. Look how these niggas fan out. Some say a lot won't complain. We don't play a lot any given day. I be on a yacht, so family. We be going out, she Beyonce. She Rihanna, yeah, I'ma demonstrate. I'ma write the plot, I'm a renegade. I don't give a lot, I'm a renegade. I don't give a... Yeah, that's the sound of the age of Aquarius, baby. Now, it's almost been a year out since I put that motherfucker out. And that shit sounds like the new age already. God damn it, god damn it. I'm a renegade, I don't give a lot. I'm a renegade, I don't give a lot. Let it ride out. Time out is Ceito, the spirit coach, getting you in shape and form for the age of Aquarius yet again. You're now drinking the wine of Zeus. Don't it feel good to be alive? Don't it feel good? Okay, but it ain't about feeling good right now. It ain't. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about feeling too good right now. You know, okay, you gotta be a warrior today. You gotta be a warrior for God. You gotta be a warrior for your space. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be a warrior. You gotta have a warrior mentality, the warrior spirit. Okay? You can't be getting distracted. Don't get distracted, dude. Okay? You gotta be a warrior today. Alright? So, what we gonna do today is talk a little bit about some things y'all need to know, because it's a really, at the end of the day, it's all about you being able to sustain your new self in this new shift that we got going on. Everybody is into new information. There's new ways of thinking. Like, I can point out the motherfucking planets, but we ain't gonna do planets today. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna focus more on the matter at hand. It's because it's all about the matter at hand and stuff like that when it comes to you and your motherfucking situation. Okay? So always remember that. So, you know, today we gonna peep game. Because you got like weird energies online. You know what I'm saying? And what we call that. You know what I'm saying? Well, we got to get a name for that. You know what I'm saying? Because they like to try to put y'all in a pocket.
You feel me? And this pocket that they're creating is based upon just a certain couple things. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna point them things out today. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make it make sense. We're gonna make it make sense for you. We're gonna make it make sense for your little cousins and them and everybody who watch you, your family and shit like that, and why you may be getting blockages energy and may not be getting successful. You know what I'm saying? When people goddamn well you talented, and they also know you got work. You know what I'm saying? They also know you put in work. They also know how you know what I'm saying, how you coming, gang. Hold on. They should know how you coming, gang. They should already know how you coming. You know what I'm saying? So if your people watching you and shit like that, and they seeing some bum energy and shit like that, get some type of type of goofy love and shit. You know what I'm saying? And they questioning you and stuff like that. And guess what? You may think like, man, I'm not doing something right. Nope. That whole little situation was set up and orchestrated. You know what I'm saying? By the security or sorority and shit like that. We gonna get to the security sorority today and shit like that. Some of them in the chat right now. Look at them. Some of them in the chat right now. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the real people and shit. But you know the security sorority officers and shit like that, they popping up and stuff like that. So this is the new age fight in the age of Aquarius and shit like that. So that's why I had to play Renegade at the beginning of uh, uh, my intro and shit like that. Cause you know what I'm saying, like I said, Age of Aquarius out now. Y'all go, you know what I'm saying, go run that up. About to be a year since I dropped that. But you know, the cybersecurity officer and sorority team is, you know what I'm saying, we gonna start calling them that and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you know the frat boys, alphabet frat boys and stuff like that. This they new name is it's the cyber security sorority officers. Okay, and things. So what they do and stuff like that, it ain't too much. You know what I'm saying? It ain't too much y'all don't know already and stuff like that. And it's just a new updated way to do it and things. So they trying to get all of y'all on it by playing some of y'all, like cosplaying some of y'all. And they doing it via these technologies and shit like AI and creating fake pages and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So this is their whole little situation of them trying to practice they racism, but in a new way where they AI can take something and generate something to make it look like one of y'all, so that can slowly but surely train y'all audience to think like what they saying is something that y'all should say or something that's y'all normal and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But yet, this is a motherfucker that's on your motherfucking page and shit on your dick and shit like that. They don't know themselves and shit like that. So they only way of knowing themselves is trying to train you to know what they want you to know via, you know what I'm saying, them trying to hate or something like that. So they trying to train you to be what they want you to know. I mean, to do what they, to know what they want you to know to make them feel comfortable and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So you can do your little situation, but long as you doing it within the means of the program, you good. You know what I'm saying? Long as it look like, you know, you doing astrology and you ain't trying to create nothing new and nothing different, no different mentalities that make sense, you straight. You know what I'm saying? Soon as you start, you know what I'm saying? Soon as you start looking like you got a little influence and shit like that, they get mad, they start hating. They start hating, they start getting jealous and things. You know what I'm saying? They start getting jealous. They got the jealous spirit. You feel me? So I'm break down the topics and stuff, you know, of what they do. But these people are lost. You know what I'm saying? They lost about their actions and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't about that. It's all about relatability and relating at the end of the day and stuff like that. And not you trying to block nobody to appease how you think, you know what I'm saying, it should go and stuff like that. Because what they do make you feel uncomfortable and shit like that. And you the only one thinking like that. Other people in the regular world ain't even thinking like that. They thinking like, oh, this the homie, this the, you know what I'm saying? He be kicking the real, he be spitting the real. You know what I'm saying? He be giving the real spill. You feel me? And if you ain't thinking like that, your mind whack already. Your mind whack already. You know what I'm saying? You in your own mind and things, you in your own desire and ego and shit like that. And it's all about needing others and stuff like that. So they can't come out here and try to communicate with us and shit like that. They got to create sororities and manipulate and do behind the scene things and shit like that um for um for us to seem a certain way and shit like that, for us to be discredited and stuff. So the moment you get on here, you know what I'm saying, talking like Ceito and stuff like that, um, and shit like that, and I'm helping my family, my native um family and shit like that. We doing our due diligence, what we supposed to do spiritually, right? So the moment you get up here and you sound like Ceito or something like that, you know what I'm saying? Here come them with a discredit program and shit like that. And I'm finna break that shit down and what that shit mean. You know what I'm saying? Because they can't stop it, or they can try to discredit it, but they can discredit these nuts and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, um, but yeah, so this is that. So it's all about training your audience. So y'all just need to start realizing who real and who not in the chat. If a person ain't got no page, and be weird of that too. Like, it ain't about them just having page and content on there. Is it active? Is it relatable? Is it something, you know what I'm saying, that you rock with? You know what I'm saying? Don't be into too many strangers, you know, situation. You know what I'm saying? They things. And I'm finna break down the whole little discredit they've been running on me for the last couple months and shit like that. So we can get to it and stuff like that. Cause I ain't in nobody pocket, bitch. You in my pocket. You know what I'm saying? You in my pocket. Hey, ball. All right. So look, check this out. So when you speaking like me with the spiritual language, you know what I'm saying? This is the spiritual language of Ceito, the Ceito language. You know what I'm saying? It's like English, but you know what I'm saying, it's mixed with Native American, you know, Native American, what is it? Slang and you know, just a little bit modern and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's not what you getting, it's how you getting. So you getting me doing it, but I use the Aquarius. We use our language different. We use our language with um, construction and setting up things and traps and, like, you know what I'm saying. It's like domino effects and shit like that. It ain't just we finna give it to you raw out. Like, we don't communicate like that. That's a little more so like a person with like Libra or Gemini. Gemini can communicate their ass off and just give you all the sauce and shit like that. Aquarius, nah, it ain't more so. It ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? We like to be scientifical. So, you know, it's more than just using the vocals. You know what I'm saying? It's using the body. It's using time. You know what I'm saying? It's that's why we rule by Saturn. And then we got that individuality, Uranus energy and shit like that. So we can rebel and be the original tongue. You know what I'm saying? Unique original tongue. You know, and that's before words and shit like that. When we was just doing shit with the mind and shit. But so let's get to this. So when you speak in the spiritual language and tongue of Ceito, you're going to attract someone in government doing a discredit program, okay? Because we present in common sense knowledge, but because it sounds fresh upon the ears of the people and shit like that, based upon this shit with, you know, and they didn't think it was gonna get this far. Like, they thought it was y'all was just gonna cling to Pan Africanism, the ones that they promote and stuff like that, Pan Africanism, FBA, Moors and shit like that. The ones y'all see promoted, the narratives and the conscious community y'all see promoted, them is ones that they like and they fund it, and that's up under their shit. You're not gonna see me promoted. You're not gonna get Ceito promoted. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get it's certain people that they like to go viral, so they like y'all to be lost. But because we are presenting common knowledge, and it may sound fresh upon the ears of the people, they know that. They know that. You know what I'm saying? So they know that because, and who know that? The sorority, the cybersecurity, you know what I'm saying? The people in government, shit like that. They know that. So they start to do a group of tactics. Now, these are the 3 tactics they do. All right, the first one they do is spookism. Okay, so they gotta make what you talking about. You look like you in your own world. So they start to shadow ban you. Aka fuck with your reach. Make sure you're not getting as much looks and numbers and shit like that. And especially if you get a person that got zeal, you know what I'm saying, or just natural zeal or just natural attraction, they gonna do this for about 1 to 5 years or something like that. They gonna do this for about 1 to 5 years and shadow ban you. Make sure you don't get in the algorithm and shit like that, and also um, find ways to gaslight you and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's the first way to look at what they do to you. So what that do is create a sense of spookism around your character and shit like that. Now, and this you gotta be this, not to say that everybody that's just online that's talking. No, look up the character, look up what the work they put in, look at their background, look how much hours, you know what I'm saying, they put in, look at what they say in the context of it, how impactful it could be on others' ears if they heard this shit. Not just somebody that's just online screaming, hey, I'm shadow banned, because no, that's not the case. So so they got to make you look like what you talking about, like you in your own world. So that's the first thing they're gonna do: shadow ban you for about 1 to 5 years, and that's gonna create a certain sense of spookism around your character and shit like that. Where if you don't know how to overcome that first step and shit like that, you know what I'm saying, you may end up like one of the these content creators that fall off or start being inconsistent or feel, you know what I'm saying. So it's a discouraging program, it's a discredit program, and it's a spookism program and shit like that. And the spookism is to make you believe in spookism and shit like that. And well, they want to see how far your spookism goes so they can figure out how to attack you or how to sick people on you or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So they can see what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? So you can start discrediting yourself and shit like that. Because it's just weird. First of all, you reacting to something that's weird, that people's doing is weird. So that's the first thing. So, you know, your audience gonna catch on to that, whatever, and then you may start talking about it like, oh, you know, these whatever woo, 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 and shit like that. And that's it. That's the spookism program. But know that this is people doing this. It's not just, you know what I'm saying? Um whatever. And so, you know, but you, like I said, you gotta have the better character judgment to look at the character and then see, you know, the context of why and what they might have to offer for them to get shadow banned like that. You know what I'm saying? And not put in the algorithm. So that's the one. Now, now if you overcome the spookism program and shit like that, aka you keep going, and when nothing seems like it's working, aka that you still a spooky ghost to everybody and nobody want to connect with you, aka, and that's how they manipulating the numbers and the motherfucking shit to look. If you overcome that program, they gonna send you a troll. Okay, so that's the second thing. Once you do that, then that's the second class. So they gonna send you a troll to see if they see you are somewhat consistent, they start to troll. Um, this is the cybersecurity sorority, and these are the little Jesuit priests, especially if you start to see one that's attached to you. So if you get a consistent troll, like, and they hiding behind a fake page or something like that, these are the little Jesuit priests and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? These are the little cybersecurity sorority men and stuff like that. Because nobody in real life is gonna be invested to somebody that they don't like that to comment on their shit and watch them for a year straight plus. You know what I'm saying? So these aren't just regular people. These is Jesuit priests trying to play regular people online. So they get a fake page or something like that, and then they act like they're Gen Z. These are not kids, and with these pages, these are not Gen Z with these pages. These are not regular people with these pages. These are cybersecurity sorority officers and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? With in the government system and shit like that, trying to make fake content, trying to control the narrative online and what make it seem what is comfortable or not to talk about online. You get what I'm saying? So so they can steer y'all narrative and shit like that and make y'all stay in their pocket. So like I said, these are not kids or Gen Zs, these trolls. Um, but that's why you see they going on Gen Z hard right now. They utilizing the witchcraft on Gen Z hard. That's why everything from the TikToks, from you know, from everything from the TikToks, from the motherfucking um, you know what I'm saying? Everything you see promoted pretty much right now. You know what I'm saying? So they promoting a degenerate Gen Z type shit. But this is them doing that to go against people with common sense, to make people with common sense not look like it should be so common and stuff like that. But this is them just showing really where they're at and shit like that. Self-reflecting type shit. They may think they trying to save the world, but it's not really that. So you will start getting comments and shit. So once you beat the first program, which is spookism and shit like that, aka you remain consistent, even though people treat your content like a ghost and shit like that, you getting out of the spookism program and shit like that. Okay, you got a little audience and shit, you know what I'm saying? And the metrics is impactful enough, to where it can start, having and making sense of your community. They gonna start to see you a troll and shit. If hopefully it's not too late, you know what I'm saying. But they gonna start to see you a troll to see if you're if they gonna start to see you a troll, and the troll is gonna be one of their little Jesuit priests, making a fake page and shit like that. Now the context they're gonna make their comments and tweets in is always to discredit you, and it's always to have the native hobbyism in it and shit like that. So the whole thing is you don't know yourself, boy. You know what I'm saying? White boy, West European man, white boy, English. You don't know yourself, boy. You know what I'm saying? It's really that. So they may try to, like, this is what they do. They run their comments through their little AI system and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Just like you can run like a paragraph and shit like that, and then they may make it sound like Gen Z or something like that, and then they comment that under your shit, but it really be them doing the witchcraft that they did with the Native Americans, aka they made the Native Americans not exist. Spookism. You know what I'm saying? They trolled the Native Americans and shit like that, aka copy their culture. So this is just them doing it in their racism in a updated way. You get what I'm saying? So it's the you don't know yourself, boy. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they're really trying to say and stuff. And aka pay attention to them and what they got going on or something. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, these are just everything's things to be aware of. You know what I'm saying when we talk about this. So that's what they gonna run. So once you get over the spookism program, you deal with the troll program and shit like that. Once you get to after the troll program, you know what I'm saying. This is they gonna see the other program is just to block you. You know what I'm saying. So this is kind of the same one as shadow ban, but more so this is something that they do in other terms when it comes to like promoting shit, promoting narratives that go in a direct opposite of your sentiment. So you may say something online or something like that, and that they don't like, they're gonna figure out a way to next 2 days, 4 days, put out a sentiment that go in an exact opposite direction or promote an event. You know what I'm saying, that they probably didn't put together. You know, in a exact opposite direction of, you know what I'm saying, what you know you should be talking about, you know, what well the world should be talking about, or motherfuckers should be into and shit like that. So all of these things right here that they do is keeping you in a form of they pocket and shit like that. Because once you feel it's like you in a spookism world or something like that, um, um, and shit, you know, this is intentional shit that they know that you, if you not into astrology, or you know what I'm saying, or any other natives, you may think it may, this may not affect you, but for the most part, you know, these things leave certain energies on your frame, mental frame, if it's directed to you and stuff like that, and what's on your mind, you know what I'm saying, go. So if you think your shit not going because you not hot and shit like that, you gonna be like, damn, I'm not hot. So I'm developing, you gonna start developing I'm not hot energies and shit like that, and then that energy gonna play out and shit, you know what I'm saying, your motherfucking life. And now, you know what I'm saying, it ain't even that you not hot, it's being you being manipulated to be not hot. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that you naturally not that. So, um, so yeah, they do that. So they do the spookism, and then they do the troll and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And the troll is to really to get you to react, to 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 react violently or incite you on some bullshit or something like that. And then the blocking and shit is another piece of the cake. And all of them, once you feel blocked, you trap, you know what I'm saying? That's what I was saying with the roots and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? With the root video that I did yesterday. You know what I'm saying? You don't have no room to grow. You know what I'm saying? You can't feel too stuck. You know what I'm saying? So now no matter what a person is trying to throw on you to feel stuck in and shit like that, the spirit is always first and free and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So at least you always got your spirit and shit like that in your mind, and you tapping into your whole all possibilities and shit like that. You start to expand the world in a new way, um, and not limit yourself with the possibilities that they want you to think and shit like that of what's possible being done and shit, because you start losing your imagination and everything. So once you feel like you in spookism, you got too many motherfucking haters and too many trolls. You know what I'm saying? This leads you into devaluing yourself in certain ways, when you believe in their programs and shit like that. You know, so you gotta be very careful. You know what I'm saying, when you online and things of that nature, and you even talking, because they got a sorority for every one of these. You know what I'm saying? Now they're trying to get crafty with this one and shit like that, and that's why they creating fake robots and stuff like that. AI scribbler um, paragraphs and shit like that, so they can come as y'all and shit, but they not y'all. So they even try to they trying to copy me, trying to diss me and shit like that. How you trying to copy me, dissing me? It don't make sense, you know. But for the most part, it's just all the control of the space and the narrative of what possibly can be, you know. And you know, once you build um, a nation off of that, you know, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Nah, that's the thing, bro. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I don't get it, cause these I be hearing some the most outrageous shit when it comes to white boy and stuff like that, and how he think like white boy don't like women, white boy don't like women, and it's not for the white boys I'm cool with and stuff like that. And I'm talking about that white boy. You know what I'm saying? White boy don't like women. It's just crazy. White boy don't like his feelings. Oh my goodness. They actually think feeling is bad and shit like that. So even that because they felt like they couldn't have feelings to get to where they was at, to get to where they at now, type shit. And everybody receiving praise. But that don't mean it's not negative and it ain't retarded. You know what I'm saying? And it's not. It ain't got nothing to do with life and how we cycle and come back and shit like that. Until you were stupid again. Type shit. So that's one thing that you can keep in consideration. And yeah. So the other thing is that but yeah. So they just try to discredit you. You know what I'm saying? They just try to discredit you. You don't know yourself, boy. That's the whole troll situation. Is they gonna act like you don't know yourself and stuff like that. But it's really them needing you to act like they need you to act for them to know themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because they on your page. How that fucking work? How that fucking work? You know what I'm saying? Get off my motherfucking page, you musty motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Get off my page. But yeah. But yeah, they want you to they want you to do that. But damn, I feel like I had another point too. Shit. I feel like I had another point. Hopefully I can find that because I was saying some shit. Maybe it'll come back. Maybe it'll come back to me. Let me see if I can go here and play it real quick. Let me see. 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 Come on, man. Let me get that back. Run that back, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't get it because these, I'll be hearing the most outrageous shit. Let me go back a little bit. It was a little bit further back. It was a little bit further back. So yeah, it's all about bringing preserving y'all culture and shit like that, preserving y'all language, and online is a place to do that. And you know what I'm saying, the cybersecurity sorority don't want y'all to do that. So that be the thing. So for the most part, it's just all to control the space and the narrative of what possibly can be. And once you build a nation off of that, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Nah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't get it. That's not it. My bad, yeah. I'm still trying to search for that little part that I was talking about. I had a point. And shit. I got this sleepy man. I've been up all night. I'm saying up all night. I'm up all night hunting. You know what I'm saying? Hunting. And that's why they creating fake robots and stuff like that. AI scribbler paragraph. Yo, I be frying they goof ass, bro. I don't even know. I don't even know. But that's the gist of everything for that y'all need to know. So if you coming online and shit like that, you know what I'm saying, you target like Ceito and stuff, expect for the cybersecurity sorority. It's a ski to come after your ass. You know what I'm saying? You may see them stepping and stuff like that. I'm saying stepping with their robot suits and stuff, troll or just magic. But these not regular people, so don't think this just make it. Let's just debunk that. These not regular people online. These are very, very weird fetish people. You know what I'm saying? Nobody got time to do that. Nobody got time to sit and troll and watch people all day. know what I'm saying? So understand that person got way more time on their hands to watch me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have no time on the hands to care about what they doing. I ain't even that motherfucking famous yet, or some shit like that. I don't even care about motherfucking fame. So I ain't never did that. So but just keep that in up under your mind and then but yeah, I mean, shit, that's really it, man. So y'all just watch out for them. Preserve your motherfucking culture. You know what I'm saying? Preserve your language and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's because the cybersecurity sorority, they is coming for you. You feel me? And so don't let them play those spookism on y'all. And shit gonna be good. Shit gonna be good. Shit gonna be good. And shit like that. You feel me? I'm talking about in it. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. I'm talking about in it. But yeah, man. So y'all motherfuckers look out for these things up on these internet streets and things. And now, if you see any weird energies around my page and shit, you already know what to point to and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And then they just getting trashed more and more. The joke's not even funny. I already got them bind up. First one was cool. The second one, it wasn't hitting as hard. It was a little deflated. So it's how we motherfucker like, you know what I'm saying? You had to boost your own self up and stuff too. It's just keep work for me. Just keep working for me. And thank you for joining my Ceito talk. You know what I'm saying? And this has been informative live, and I hope this can help others. And yeah, get y'all ass to the game.